Yo guys, and welcome back towards this new stream here on the channel. And on today's stream, I will be discussing Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market, because right now Bitcoin is breaking out towards the upside here of this falling wedge structure. This is of course looking pretty bullish. We're breaking out on a Monday, and that is of course way better than breaking out on those weekend days here. Bitcoin has been basically trading for the remaining of this weekend sideways. Like you can see here, if we're going to compare where Bitcoin has been trading on for the past period, it has been basically trading on the same level for the past 2 days and 13 hours already. So Bitcoin has been basically going sideways for the whole weekend, and actually these were one of the most boring weekends we had in a while here in the cryptocurrency space here. However, Bitcoin is starting to be moving again, and today guys, we've got a very special day, because today we're going to be having expedite FOMC meeting, basically an emergency meeting for the Federal Reserve. And this is actually one of the most craziest things that we're going to have here. Later today, guys, I will be going live here on this channel to discuss the live Fed meeting. And of course, in that meeting, I will be just give my feedback, and I will just look at the price section, see what the effects are of the meeting. Of course, what will be happening with Bitcoin afterwards once the meeting is live. And of course, guys, don't forget to smash up that like button, and of course, hit that bell notification so you're not going to miss that live stream. Because before going in towards the charts of Bitcoin, the last time that this happened, the Fed rates here shoot up massively. We saw the rates of the Fed, the fund rates, shoot up massively. And of course, if the rates shoot up here, it basically means that you have to be paying more money to lend money, what will be basically hold back the investments, that hold back the stock market, what will be probably hold back Bitcoin as well. What is of course an extremely bearish thing for stocks and basically assets in general. So this is very important to look at, and later today we're going to stream about it, and this could be potentially one of the worst things that Bitcoin could be suffering right now here on the market. So I will be talking more in depth about this later on. But first of all, let me talk about the market. And someone is asking me which time. It is on 70:30, so 5:30 p.m. Dutch time. And of course, Frank, if you're going to smash up the bell notification, you will be getting notified on this channel. It's like in approximately 7 hours from now on that the meeting will happen. But I will be, of course, make sure that I will be live discussing it. And of course, you will be see the meeting as well live in the stream here, because we're going to go over it all together. So I'm looking forward towards it, guys. Hopefully, you will be tuning in over there as well. So let me talk about Bitcoin on the lower time frames before we are going to go in towards the higher time frames. So Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame is currently breaking bullish, but what I will be doing here, I'm not currently in any trades here. I'm not in any trades. Why? Is because that meeting is for me way too scary right now. I am not willing to open massive positions right now and hold those massive positions open. Well, we could be having a meeting what could be drastically drag Bitcoin down and assets in general. So maybe we could be getting a very big plunge later today because of that meeting. But that's still a thing that we have to be waiting for. Of course, there could be a potential overreaction on the market as well. What I will be mainly looking at in terms of horizontal support, what we were as well getting hold on towards, is going to be this 41.5k level. As long as we're holding up this level, we're looking quite okay here. We're looking quite decent. But as soon as we're going to fall below it, I'm going to aim for the $40,000 target before we're going to see a further increasement towards higher levels again for Bitcoin, of course. So I definitely think that is important to look at, and that's definitely very important to take your eyes on. So in general, Bitcoin on the 4 hourly time frame is not looking all too worse, to be honest. But I mean, the reason why I'm taking it a little bit more slow right now is because, of course, this Fed meeting that's coming up will could be turning around the tables massively. However, if we're just purely going to look at this chart right now on the Bitcoin 4 hourly chart, we can see on the left side we're forming a left shoulder. We're forming a head here in the middle, and we're forming a right shoulder here on the right side. So what we can see currently is that we're forming a head and shoulders, an inverse head and shoulders, I should call it. And this inverse head and shoulders is a typical bullish bias continuation pattern towards higher targets. I mean, the 4 hourly candles on Bitcoin are definitely looking extremely good here. And what you can see here, and let me explain this in depth here. What happened here on Bitcoin is that we were first trading in a significant downtrend. Like you can see over here, we were trading in a significant downtrend, and basically what we were doing is that we were coming down every single time down towards newer and lower levels. So what is happening right now is that Bitcoin, of course, break below, but afterwards it broke above a very critical horizontal support range. So right now, since we are forming this head and shoulders pattern, people are going to say, but Rover, we're still getting rejected by the high, this is looking bearish. But the whole point is, what the difference of the market is right now is that we are forming, first of all, a higher high in the market. Second of all, we are coming from a downtrend in towards an uptrend, and that is of course the exact opposite way around. Here we came towards these levels, we came down from a downtrend, so it is more likely to continue. But right now we're coming in from an uptrend, so it is also more likely to continue up. And that is also why an hay versus head and shoulders is a more typical kind of a bullish bias pattern here, what also tends to be breaking out towards the bullish more often, of course. So the 4-hourly time frame is definitely not looking all too bad for Bitcoin, and of course an increasement from of this point here is definitely going to be likely. Bitcoin could be consolidating and could be touching this 40k target before it's going to go up here. And I've been already saying it several times before, if Bitcoin is going to touch that 40k target, that could be levels where it could be potentially look to open a long position. However, right now I am taking it a little bit more slow here because we still have that Fed meeting coming up later today here. So everyone is saying it in the chat here, Federal Reserve is going to increase 1,100% here. And of course, guys, I personally think the chances extremely high they're going to be announcing the rates going up here. I'm not giving it a 100%, but I think the chance is extremely high because, like you can see on this picture, the expedited FOMC meeting, the last time we had it in 2015, the rates went up right away here. And right now we are having the same once again here. We are having the same kind of meeting, emergency meeting, and I mean we just have to wait and see how it's going to be playing out. But I think the chances is extremely high they're going to turn up the rates, and I can tell you already, once the rates are going to get turned up for the federal, once the rates are going to get turned up here by the Federal Reserve, the markets, the stock market, the cryptocurrency market are going to have an overreaction. Probably we're going to have an overreaction towards the downside, of course. I mean, I do think it's going to be especially a short-term correction, a short-term big candle towards the downside, and a very strong recovery back up here, because I don't see the market coming down towards 20 to 30k right away here and now coming up again. That's not likely to expect here, because like Bitcoin is not changing anything here. The fundamentals of Bitcoin are the same, right? The only thing that's different is that it is harder for like big companies and big investors to lend money, so it is harder to create money. So that's the reason why people are a little bit scared. But still, you don't know, if you don't know already, the inflation has been 7.5% year to year already. So that's pretty crazy, and I think it's not necessarily a reason for me to step out of Bitcoin as well. You know what's weird? This tweet gets 19 likes here. People don't even care about this thing. I don't get it why these tweets are getting way less likes here and way less attention. Well, this is one of the most important things to look at. So guys, please, if you want to be following me on Twitter, I try to, of course, give you guys as well some very important updates here. So if you want to be staying up to date here as well about market developments, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, and we're as well doing a very crazy giveaway, so make sure to check that out here. It is definitely going to be extremely valuable if you're going to be checking that out over there. So let me dive further in towards the content. By the way, Bitcoin on the 1 hour time frame is currently retesting this previous resistance line, like you can see over here. We've got several touch points on this level, and currently we are retesting it once again, and this could be looking like a bullish retest we're currently generating on the market, what could be leading towards average or slightly higher targets on this market, of course. So let me run in towards the weekly time frame. So I've been making an update here on the market, and I've been basically posting this chart here on my Twitter page. And this was basically a very interesting chart that I think we need to discuss right here. So Bitcoin has been in these reaccumulation phases several times before. And I think that the level that we have been trading in for the past year, basically, this range that we have been starting to trade in since the beginning of February 2021, has been as well sideways consolidation. We have been seeing Bitcoin not doing anything except consolidating in this range here. Bitcoin has been going literally sideways for the past year. So Bitcoin right now consolidating the price action. It went up very quickly in the beginning, end of 2020, beginning 2021, but afterwards it started to consolidating around these levels between the 30,000 and 70,000 US dollars. This is of course a very wide range, but this is how Bitcoin works here as well. It's basically in terms of percentages, here we were consolidating between a minus 72% range here and plus 255% range. Right now we're consolidating between a range with minus 60% here, basically the same, and a plus 150% range here. So it's basically the same, only less gains and less losses because the market is maturing, of course. So right now we have been, of course, already in a consolidation period of Bitcoin for about 364 days here. And if we're going to compare it towards the previous time around here, it took us, of course, 392 days. So if we're going to look at the same time frame, we do have another, let me see this correctly, we do have another 21 days here to go before we're going to see the market flip bullish again here and potentially breaking out of this period where we could be seeing, of course, once again, exponential price surges here. So I'm personally preparing for wave 2. I think it is likely to have a longer term consolidation on market. And what happens with longer term consolidation in cryptocurrency markets here is that a lot of people are going to exit the market. If we're going to look at Google Trends here for Bitcoin, let me quickly open this for you guys out there. If we're going to look at Google Trends for Bitcoin, and if we're going to look purely for the last 5 years here, we can see there's a significant decreasement in interest for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And we've been so far not even nearing the 2017 hype cycle in terms of the retail FOMO. So the chance of Bitcoin growing more significant towards the upside is extremely big here, in my opinion. And I think the chances of Bitcoin still reaching the 100K target in this year is also very big here, because just think about companies. If we're going to look at Apple, for instance, Apple currently have a market capitalization of 2.9 trillion US dollars. Bitcoin has a market capitalization of 292 billion US dollars. What that means here, if Bitcoin is going to have the same market cap as Apple, it means that Bitcoin is going to be trading somewhere around the 160,000 US dollars. What is of course extremely high, and the possibilities for Bitcoin are still so big here, while a lot of people, right now are not tend to see it. So I personally am expecting wave 2 is still going to happen, and wave 2 will be most likely a wave with, of course, a lot of retail FOMO. And of course, wave 2 could easily go towards levels between the 100 and 200K in my opinion. And most certainly, I think it's going to be happening in 2022 here, since there's a lot of adoption happening currently right now here. So this is definitely a very bullish chart that we're currently looking at, and I think you should be definitely keep your eyes wide open on it as well. So as well, the weekly chart for Bitcoin, I even have not been printing a new weekly candle yet here. I think it will be opening like in a few hours from now on. Let me see. It's weird it's not been opening yet here. It has not got a 14 February candle. So maybe, yeah, I mean, the candle still have to load in here. So, nevertheless, it doesn't change up a lot here because the dollar valuation of Bitcoin is still the same like yesterday. So, what we can see right now, weekly time frame, beautiful uptrend for Bitcoin. We're seeing beautiful bullish consolidation getting formed here. Higher lows, higher lows, higher highs. And that is, of course, definitely a very bullish structure that we're currently creating here. As well, if we're going to look at the RSI here, someone told me, are you going to ignore the big bearish divergence on the weekly time frame? I mean, man, yeah, we are seeing a bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. But if you're going to ignore the bearish divergence on the top side, what already played out since we came down at that point, you can't ignore the bullish divergence that we're currently creating, because on the market we're currently forming a bullish divergence as well. And let me get this in front of the screen right now. What you can see over here, and let me get this correctly in the screen here. What you can see over here is that the market of Bitcoin on the weekly time frame is forming a higher low on the price section. And like you can see here on the left side of the screen here, where I show you guys the divergence chart here, is that once you're forming a higher low here on the price section, and at the same time, once you're forming a lower low on the RSI, you're forming a hidden bullish divergence. That is, of course, an extremely strong signal, especially because it's right now on the weekly time frame. So do take this in consideration. Bitcoin forming a weekly bullish divergence could be leading towards massive gains towards the upside. And of course, this bullish divergence is already confirmed, since we have seen two green candles in the row towards the upside. So in my opinion, we are looking for bullishness ahead of ourselves. What we're currently experiencing in the market right now in the exact time of recording is maybe a little bit of fear for the FOMC, aka the Fed meeting here in the market. But this is definitely going to be a very exciting one, how we're going to be how this is going to be playing out for the market here. And of course, people are extremely if there as well, if we're going to look at the funding rates here, we can probably see a lot of negative funding rates across the border because people are going to be anticipating the market is going to come down. And if too many people are going to be scared right now here, the market will be most likely going to turn bullish again. So if we're going to look at the funding rates right here, we can see we are currently still having neutral funding rates. So that is pretty interesting to see, of course. To be very honest, this means that we could be literally go towards either direction. We're not necessarily having more longers or we're not necessarily having more shorters in the market. So it's definitely in a very neutral stage currently. So I'm not really going to say we're extremely bullish or extremely bearish. I'm just very neutral on the current time of recording. So let me move further in towards my analysis. So as well on the daily time frame, I have been saying it several times before, I think that Bitcoin has been entering a bullish market structure. Why am I saying so? Is because if we're looking back towards the last year on how Bitcoin has been performing and how Bitcoin basically has been reacting towards the daily time frame and the daily RSI, is that as soon as it's going to trade above the 50 on the RSI index, we're tend to be having a more bullish period in the market. So what we can see again, Bitcoin significantly turned above the 50. Of course, like I said several times as well before with the strategy, there are some minor fake outs, but every single time, once we're seeing an exponential surge towards the upside above the 50, we tend to be in this more kind of a bullish market structure. We tend to, of course, increase the price action as well. Yes, we are creating a hidden bearish divergence because we're forming lower highs on the market and higher highs on the RSI, of course. But if we're going to look back towards previous price surges, every single time we are, of course, breaking out of such kind of a significant downtrend like we did over here, for instance. Bitcoin was creating over here hidden bearish divergence from the highs over here, and we still moved up afterwards. So no, I don't really think we're going to be having all too much of a big issue from this hidden bearish divergence, and Bitcoin is most certainly going to increase in its valuation, in my opinion, since we did enter this bullish market period, and this could be definitely lead towards more continuation towards higher targets. As well, there's a question currently getting asked here, Rover, what do you think about the weekly candle close here on Bitcoin? I actually think, of course, it's not a good weekly candle close, of course, because such a big of a red candle close there, together with such big of a red candle close there, is of course not good here, because you're never going to be seeing big wicks on the top side, but it could be definitely as well a dodgy continuation candle. It really depends on how this weekly candle is going to close. If this weekly candle is going to once again close with a big wick on the top side and in the red and even below the 40k, it's going to be bearish. But what we should be accept right now here is that we're already trading for 3 weeks in a row about the $40,000, what is almost already a pretty good thing to be seeing, of course, in this market. So yes, it's not the best weekly candle close, but what is going to be very important is on how this weekly candle is going to close here. If we're going to see a red candle, then we're going to definitely see downward sloping decreasement, but this could be as well very likely to just see still this continuation towards the upside. But right now, what we have to do here, in my opinion, and of course do your own research, do your own due diligence, of course, on the market, is take it a little bit slow here. Take it slow. Wait for this Fed meeting to expire. Is this Fed meeting going to be positive or negative? Will you have a pump or dump of it? I don't care. I'm not going to take any advantage of it because I think the risk is too high here. I think we could definitely expect we are going to see a decreasement for the Bitcoin price action. I think it's likely to expect, but if the funding rates are going to shoot up at that point here, we could be as well literally go the other way around, because if everyone is going to short the market because the funding rates, the rates are going to turn up here for the Fed, we could still come down here, you know. So the interest rates could be very interesting to be looking at, to be honest, right now, but it definitely could be going either direction here. And as well, guys, before going further in towards the content, quickly going to say it, literally in 6 days from now on, so this Sunday of this week here, I'm going to do a $2,000 giveaway, $2,000, and there are going to be 4 winners. So you could win $500. Since there are 4 winners and there are only 130 applications right now, your chance of winning is particularly high, to be very honest, right now. So if you still want to be winning here, I mean, there are 4 winners and there are approximately 130 applications, and maybe some of them are still wrong here because you have to follow the requirements. You could be, of course, make some very good gains here. So I pinned a tweet here right now in the chat here in the live stream. If you go to the pinned tweet here, you could still enter this this giveaway. It's very easy. You have to follow me, you have to like and retweet this tweet here, and you have to sign up your Bybit account using this link and comment your Bybit UID. If you're doing so, you will be eligible to win this giveaway here. And of course, it's extremely valuable to win this giveaway, because if you're going to win this giveaway, you're making an easy $500, and there's so less entries that your chance of winning is extremely high, of course. So Looking good, looking interesting. Bitcoin coming down here. Currently still retesting this lower side of support here. And I do want to be seeing this level getting holding up. We are going to just wait casually to see how it's going to be able to play out here. And while we are waiting, we're going to take a look at Ethereum for a second here. So Ethereum is currently coming down again here. Ethereum is coming down again, and what we can clearly see is that like Ethereum has been forming some kind of a same structure as Bitcoin. Ethereum has not really been working on the daily RSI structure what I used on Bitcoin, but what we can see with Ethereum as well here is that it was forming this massive hidden bearish divergence. It was forming a higher high on the RSI, lower high on the price action. This is of course a typical bearish buy signal in the market. However, Ethereum did recovered very strong with a V-shaped recovery. It is still on a downtrend because Bitcoin formed a higher high on the daily candle, and Ethereum is currently of course still in this lower high trajectory where it is forming lower lows, lower highs along the way down here, and that is of course absolutely terrible to see in such kind of a currency, because if you're on such a significant downtrend, you could be expecting that the trend is going to continue, because you expect a trend to continue till you're going to see a reversal signal. And in this case, to see a trend reversal signal, you want to be seeing the range high getting broken to see a further continuation towards higher levels getting generated from that point. So we're still going to be looking for horizontal support. If we're going to really look for horizontal support, we can look at the previous resistance. You can see here previous resistance, previous support, and here resistance, and here support. Of course, we could be looking at a real big wider range here, to be very honest, because this whole range here between the $3,000 and $2,765 is basically our support range here. This is basically the range where we have been bouncing in, and this is basically the range where we have been getting rejected or seeing massive supportive bounces from. So while we're still trading in this range, I'm okay with Ethereum trading here. But if Ethereum is going to fall below it, I'm going to definitely start to get worried a little bit more, and I could definitely start to feel Ethereum can see some more downsides here in the coming hours and the coming days ahead of itself. So that is going to be very important in my opinion right now here. If we're going to look at the daily time frame for Ethereum against the Bitcoin chart, it looks like pretty solid consolidation still in this bigger symmetrical triangle period, where we could be seeing an exponential breakout here anytime soon here towards either direction, and we could be leading towards a massive price surge or either a massive decreasement depending on which direction we're going to break towards. And since we did come from a downtrend over here, it is definitely looking a little bit more bearish, but still I am buying Ethereum. And you're maybe wondering, Rover, why are you buying Ethereum? Ethereum looks definitely like it's in a downtrend. Look, you just discussed it yourself. Ethereum is trading in a massive downtrend. Why are you buying Ethereum right now? And I mean, for me, I've been explaining it several times before. And like, it seems like some people are sleeping. Of course, I do know a lot of people are on my side as well here, but like, I just like to make a bunch of money. And how do I make a bunch of money? I, of course, invest in the right time, in the right moment. And Ethereum currently, of course, has not got the update yet here, but the biggest Ethereum update is about to roll out here in the coming 3 to 4 months here, maybe 5 months here. And it is absolutely crazy what kind of a chance you do have right now. Of course, no financial advice, do your own research. But Ethereum is about to roll out one of the most craziest updates ever rolled out here in the cryptocurrency market, especially for such kind of a big cryptocurrencies. Like for Bitcoin, we have the halving event, what is of course always creating an exponential price surge. We do know it, and the halving event for Bitcoin is going to happen in 2 years. So are you going to not buy in Bitcoin right now? I don't know why here, because if you're at least going to hold your Bitcoin for 2 years, you're going to definitely make some profits. And right now as well for Ethereum, in my opinion, if you're going to buy Ethereum right now and at least hodl it, at least what I think like if I'm going to hodl my Ethereum right now for at least 4 or 5 months from this point, I'm going to easily make a 100% surge here. And of course, that's very, very, like it's conservative. It's a conservative prediction. Why do I expect this massive increasement? Is because Ethereum is going to go over on proof of stake. The transaction fees are going to be drastically reduced. The speed of the transactions is going to be drastically getting increased. The supply will be as well definitely decrease in the coming years and the coming days afterwards. Well, we'll be creating a supply shock. And what happens with a supply shock? The price is absolutely going to skyrocket. So I'm going to be just hodling my tokens, and I'm going to be I'm not going to be selling off my tokens right here. I'm going to be hodling them, and I'm going to be buying more Ethereum. But make sure to do your own research on Ethereum right now, because Ethereum is one of these opportunities that is extremely huge right now. And of course, Ross Palmer, you're asking about Polygon. I will be looking into Polygon. I will be definitely looking Polygon, because Polygon absolutely skyrocketed. Of course, I did sold some Polygon along the way up here. Actually, I sold like 50% of it, still holding it. But like, Polygon absolutely skyrocketed. That's true, completely true here. So Ethereum is coming to Cosmos launch on the 28th of 02. So I mean, if we're going to talk about projects where I think you could be making a ton of money with in the coming 6 to 12 months here, I invest in these projects. I invest in more projects, but if you want to be knowing where I do think the most amount of money is going to get made from in the coming 12 months here, these are my picks. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, of course. I go with Binance Coin. I'm not going with Solana. I'm going with Avalanche. I'm going to go with Polygon. I'm going to go with Cosmos. I'm going to go with, let me see, Fantom here. I'm going to go with HBAR. HBAR is so undervalued, man. HBAR is just like, there are going to be some big things rolling up. It's definitely Elrond. Elrond, the most used layer 1 solution and the most undervalued one. VeChain. Feta is also a pretty good one, but I'm not necessarily 100% sure about it yet. But these are definitely my my first picks. Why do I pick these tokens? I think if you're going to invest in like the potential Ethereum killers, if we're looking back to our 2017, if we're looking back to our 2020, 2021, the coins that are absolutely skyrocketing every single time here are these potential Ethereum killers. And what is going to happen once Ethereum is going to be absolutely skyrocketing? Because the merge is coming out, etc. These other tokens are going to be benefiting from the gains that we are going to make with Ethereum, because the gains that we make with Ethereum are going to get rolled out towards these other altcoins, and especially these potential Ethereum killers, you know. So near road to 7 or 14, Bitcoin hates altcoins. I mean, so far fees won't be cheaper. It's already been established. I mean, the fees are not established yet here. The fees will get cheaper with the merge, because there will be less transaction fees because of the staking program and staking, the way of staking. So is crypto a bubble? I mean, is fiat a bubble? Is the housing market a bubble? Is the stock market a bubble? I mean, I don't think that Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies are a bubble. I mean, there are definitely some cryptocurrencies, and there are definitely some things in the cryptocurrency space that's a bubble, like NFTs. I think like NFTs, not every single NFT, of course. Don't get me wrong. Not every single NFT is a bubble, but like 70 to 80, maybe 90% of the NFT space is a bubble. And let me know what you guys think of it. Are you a big fan of NFTs? I mean, I am stepping away from it a little bit. I mean, I was planning to be buying a Bored Ape, but right now I'm stepping away from it a little bit here, because no, I'm just think it's way too overhyped currently, and that is just for me a reason to be staying a little bit more cautious. So near road to 7 or 14 US dollars is currently, of course, trading in the middle point of that level. Near is still a very good investment in my opinion. I am going to definitely not be scared, because near come down for like the past few days. For me, this is of course showing we have another sell-off, and for me this is of course another opportunity to be accumulating some more near protocol tokens. So what we could be seeing here, and this is basically pretty strong upper sloping support line, what we can see over here. Near protocol formed a beautiful upper sloping support line, and we can clearly see this level has been holding us up along the way towards higher targets. And so far, this has definitely been a very interesting level to watch here. And so far, this has been a very interesting level to be investing in my opinion. And it looks pretty solid if you ask me. If we're going to be looking at near protocol, this looks like a very good opportunity to be buying in towards this upper sloping trend here. I've been saying it as well. As soon as Bitcoin does flip back in towards bullish market structure, I expect as well that near protocol is going to be performed very strong here towards the upside again here. So that is definitely very interesting, and I think that near protocol is one of those best investments to look at. So as well, Polygon. I mean, I've been standing off as well, like I told you, in this exponential surge towards the upside, because that's how it goes here. You sell the news because that's how you make money. So Ross Palmer, Ross Palmer, what basically happened is that Polygon got listed on Coinbase. Absolutely beautiful, guys. Did you remember, guys, and you know this, I call this token here on the channel I don't know if you guys have been watching this channel for a while here, and of course, I always said I'm not really going to discuss my 100x gems. I'm not going to really discuss my my big altcoin gems, and I did one. I do them very sometimes. I do them very sometimes. Not a lot of times, but it's like sometimes I think, okay, right now I see a good opportunity. I'm going to share it with the community, because you know what the problem is with these low market cap coins here. On YouTube, people are going to say, oh, you're a pumper dumper, blah blah blah, but you know, I don't want to be that guy, you know, so that's why I'm usually not really show my big altcoin gems here. But I showed you once there, I showed you Pluton. We bought into towards Pluton literally on this range here, and I can guarantee you this is true. You can look on the channel. We bought in towards this token. I talked about this token on $5 US, and this token absolutely skyrocketed from this range with an approximately 350% in just a matter. Oh, sorry, it was not in this range. Excuse me, it was over here. It was like even October. It was probably over here in this range over here. So I shared it. It went up. It went down, but approximately from that point, it went up 300%. Let's say it like that, right? So made massive gains there. Of course, I didn't know they were going to get listed on Coinbase, but I did knew it was a good project. And of course, Coinbase is only listing good projects, right? So it absolutely skyrocketed towards the upside. And that is absolutely lovely to see. And I made a lot of profits from, because I did take some profits off the table, and I lock in my profits always once we are getting exponential in markets like these, of course. Right now it's coming down again. I don't think it's going to be coming down all the way down towards $5 again. But I mean, taking some profits off the table is never bad once you made a 2x or 3x. And of course, if you bought the same level as me, then you're still probably sitting on a 2x. So that is pretty good here. Make sure to take some profits off the table, in my opinion. And then we are going to look at the next projects as well anytime soon here. I do still think it's a good longer term hodl coin. I think in the longer term it's still going to perform very good here. But still, it's also time to take some profits off the table if your market is going exponential towards the upside. And right now we're going to look at the next project. And guys, let me know if you want me to discuss a new project where we could be making, maybe make another 3 or 4x from in like a 2 or 3 weeks here. Because this was an absolutely perfect call that we made on the channel. And I'm looking forward towards it. As well, a coin that I've been buying in towards here, the recent days, recent weeks here in this whole down trend is HLD. I mean, I'm not going to say it again. You just have to do your own research. No financial advice on this channel. But a coin that I've been heavily investing in towards myself is HLD here in the recent days. I just told you already, I think it's a very good in the value gem here. And this token is going to be making us a bunch of money. This token is going to make us a bunch of money because this is one of the most used layer 1 solutions, and it's one of the most undervalued layer 1 solutions, and layer 1 solutions is very smart to invest in my opinion. I mean, layer 2 solutions is a little bit hyped up, it's a little bit over, but layer 1 solutions is definitely a thing to invest in, because these are going to be the front page of the blockchain, of course. So I think HLD is a very good investment in terms of a token. If we're going to talk about the coming 5 years, like, I like to make my investment strategy not purely based off the coming 2 or 3 months, but rather about the longer term. That's why I invest in Bitcoin. I don't invest in Bitcoin because I want to be seeing Bitcoin exploding tomorrow. I know I invest in Bitcoin because I expect Bitcoin to explode here in the coming months ahead of ourselves. Coming years ahead of ourselves. So in the coming 5, 6, 7 years. Because yeah, like, people are saying, oh, if I'm going to buy Bitcoin, I'm only going to make 30% gains a year. They say only because they only invest maybe $100 US. And if you make $30 US from a whole year holding a token, of course, I do get it. It's terrible. Invest in freaking altcoins in that point. But like, for me, my scenario changed here a while ago. Like, last year, my wealth went exponential because of the altcoins absolutely exploding. Like, I bought coins like Cardano, BNB for extremely cheap prices. My value of my portfolio went so high for me then, in my opinion, that I right now am very satisfied if I can make a 30 or 40% a year, because that's already quite a lot here. With 30-40% a year, that's quite a lot. And of course, if you only have like a $100 portfolio, I think it is smart to invest in a lot of these altcoins. But if you're already settled, look at longer term investments. So let me quickly go over something very important, and that is of course Shiba. It's pretty funny, right? I don't hate Shiba. I think Shiba is a shit coin. It definitely is a shit coin. But is it still going to explode? That's the question that everyone is asking, right? Is Shiba still going to explode? You know, I for fun, I bought some Shiba. For fun, I bought $20,000 US approximately of Shiba. Not because I believe in the project. Like for me, I can miss the $20,000 US. I don't care if I'm going to lose. It's okay. But like they announced that they are going to do Shiba Land, so a metaverse in Shiba. Like I already told you, I think NFTs are a bubble. But you know what's going to happen in my opinion, my vision, what my vision is telling me, and I always listen to my own vision, is that once Bitcoin is flipping bullish, once Bitcoin is breaching through all-time highs, retail FOMO is going to come here. Robinhood FOMO is going to come here. What are these Robinhood's guys going to be buying in towards? These Shiba coins. So probably that's going to be happening. And of course, if there's going to be a metaverse on Shiba, they're going to have utility. It's probably going to do pretty well here. It could be potentially overtake Doge, you know. So, I mean, I'm just very curious about how it's going to be playing out here. I'm not really saying like, is it a sustainable investment? No, I just bought it for the meme because right now I can say I'm a Shiba hodler. I mean, I think it's still, I still will stand behind it. Shiba is a shit coin. I'm only here for like, for the fun, you know. I can finally say I hold Shiba as well here. So my friends, like, they tell me, oh, you're a noob, you're not holding Shiba. And right now I can tell them I hold Shiba. So I bought it for fun. I think it's a shit coin. I don't think it's a good investment. I will never say invest in Shiba, but maybe I could be making some minor gains from it. And of course, once we're probably back above 70K for Bitcoin, people are going to say, oh, but you always told me Shiba was shit, because those people that are saying at that point, I mean, I still say Shiba is shit. I just only want to make some money from it, and I want to just have a piece of the pie, you know. So I mean, I can afford to lose this money. So let's see how it's going to be playing out here. Maybe you're going to call me stupid, but I think like with this NFT shit what they are going to do here with Shiba, there could be potential gains that are still yet to come here. And of course, if we're going to just see an all-time highs getting hit there, I will be right away going out of it to just secure a real quick 40 to $50,000 US, of course. So yeah, looking forward towards how it's going to be playing out here for Shiba. Still think it's a shit investment. Don't look at it, to be very honest. To be honest, if we're going to look at the coins that is not a shit investment, I should be looking at Fantom. Fantom is definitely a project that's not a shit investment. Fantom has just been extraordinary on how it's been performing, basically. I mean, what I will be looking at is right now this upper sloping support range. Beautiful support range that we're creating towards the upside. The support range is just holding up the price section of Fantom towards the upside. And I definitely look forward towards where we're heading towards from this point here. I think like Fantom is a very sustainable investment. Why do I say this? Is because I like to invest into Ethereum killers. Of course, it's not fully decentralized, what I don't like here. But either way, it's a good blockchain. It's a good scalable blockchain. I think it could be, of course, make us very good gains in the future. So that's the reason why I'm still investing in it. I think it's as well a longer term hodl. It's not a coin that is going to die off in like a year. No, it's a coin that could be around for another 10 to 20 years, in my opinion. If we're looking at the place where Fantom is standing on, it's right now only 4.7 billion. And if we're going to compare it towards the top 10 right now, it could easily do 4 to 5x, maybe 6, 7x even, if it is going to enter the top 10. What it is definitely has the possibilities to do so. So Fantom is definitely an exciting coin to look at, and I don't think it's a bad investment. It's pretty a sustainable one, to be very honest. Matic Network. Let me quickly go to the US dollar valuation. Matic Network taking a pretty big hit here, but still sustainable price growth here towards the upside, to be very honest. I don't think it's all too bad price growth we have been seeing. It's pretty healthy price growth for the Matic price action. And as long as we're going to keep off this space here, we're going to look good. As soon as Bitcoin does flip bullish again, I personally think there could be more steam in towards Matic as well. They got a very big hype here with the Matic update, the EP 1558 here, making it Matic, of course, deflationary. So I'm looking forward towards how it's going to be playing out here. If the market of Bitcoin flips bullish, I expect bullish price action for Matic. Otherwise, not. It looks like we are in a sustainable downtrend currently on the daily time frame. It looks to me that we're seeing some kind of reversal signals getting formed there, because currently we are forming higher lows on the daily time frame. If we could be keeping up this trend here and reverse the price action right now towards the upside, this could be looking good for Matic, and Matic could be starting to flip around towards higher targets again here. If we're going to look at these hiking icy candles, we can see that we clearly are in a downtrend on the weekly time frame. Last week we got a bit of a fake out here. We were seeing a reversal candle, but we got faked out and still we're moving down right now here. Monthly candles are looking pretty bad as well, but like you can see, we've seen it several times before that we are getting faked out by these candles as well. Let me quickly look at the hiking icy candles on Bitcoin, because This is also pretty interesting, right? So on Bitcoin, we're as well seeing a reversal signal. Usually on Bitcoin, we never really get a weekly fake out with these hiking Icy candles. So what we can see right now is that, like, Bitcoin, of course, always moves up and down in these trends, right? And right now we're seeing a bullish trend emerging on the chart here. So this is looking pretty good here. Hopefully we could be continuing this way towards the upside, and I definitely think we can do this. So it's looking pretty interesting, to be honest, if you would ask me right now here on this market how Bitcoin is looking. So that is also pretty nice to be seeing over here on the cryptocurrency market. So quickly checking up on the 1 hour time frame, pretty bad, but we ignore this downward sloping resistance line. I mean, maybe there's a different approach that you can be taking. You could be approaching it like this, and you could be approaching it maybe more, you could be maybe approach it more like a parallel channel. If you're going to approach Bitcoin more like a parallel channel, you can see that we're still trading in it. But that scenario I don't actually like that much, to be honest, because it's a really insignificant channel, if you would ask me, to be very honest. So yeah, looking decent, okay, looking pretty good for Bitcoin. Still trading in a down trend. What we really want to be seeing is this continuation above this downward sloping trend line over here. Still going to keep my eyes out on this trend line over here, because it was a pretty significant trend line with a lot of touch points. Then unfortunately we did got faked out of it. So let's see how it's going to be playing out. What is the most important part right now is that Bitcoin is not going to be breaking below of this 41.5k target. If we do that, I mean, the 40k is going to be imminent. So I will be quickly putting up a line here. So let me put this to 1. Let me put this to 40,000. I mean, this is going to be the target that I will be aiming for, this orange line here, if we do break below the green box over here. So I mean, the green box could be a little bit bigger because it's basically in whole consolidation range that we have been looking at. And if we do break below the consolidation range, we're going to look definitely for lower targets. But basically, Bitcoin has been consolidating for a while already, and I do want to be seeing the volatility going to be turning up a little bit more. So yeah, looking forward towards how that is going to be playing out right now for the Bitcoin price section. So guys, let me know what you guys think of it. Yo, Rover, you need to peep over on Meta Hero. So let me check up on Meta Hero. I mean, Meta Hero is like not my favorite coin here. It's like this is a marketing token. I'm not really a huge fan of it, so excuse me for that. I don't really like it. It came down already pretty hard, to be very honest, if you like look at it. Like they spiked massively, invested all their token supply into marketing, and that is what happened. And that's why everyone is talking about it, because they invested all their money into marketing. And I don't like that, actually. I don't like tokens that are always spending all their money in marketing. I mean, I've been at some couple events in Abu Dhabi where like Meta Hero was as well sponsoring the event, and I think it's bad. I don't think it's the best coin here. I'm also not the biggest fan of the metaverse, like you do know. So let's see how it's going to be playing out. But no, Meta Hero is not a coin that I'm really investing in, to be very honest. Huge drop this week. Let's see what is going to be happening. Do you see Matic as a long-term hold? No, I don't see Matic as a long-term hold, because Matic is basically, yeah, layer 2 solutions, and you know what's going to happen with layer 2 solutions once Ethereum, once the Ethereum merge comes out here. Layer 2 solutions are somewhat like useless. So, not necessarily useless, but no, I don't see them as a sustainable long-term investment, because Ethereum is going to fix their issues eventually. So, no, I'd rather invest in layer 1 solutions than layer 2 solutions, because they're really competing with Ethereum and not like building a layer on top of it. So, no, I don't really see like Matic as a long-term sustainable investment, but in the short term, it's definitely going to pay off still pretty good. So, VeChain as well. Let's go over VeChain. So, yesterday I saw a very interesting chart here. And that's the weekly time frame for VeChain. It's the weekly time frame for VeChain. Look at this. So, weekly time frame for VeChain against Ethereum looks like a very strong demand zone that we're currently trading on. VeChain against Ethereum has been touching this demand zone several times already. And if you look towards this demand zone, we have been seeing basically very strong bounces from up this level every single time we have been touching this range over here. So, what you can see over here, once again, we are touching the VeChain against Ethereum bottom here, and this is definitely one of those levels that you do not can miss here. You do not can miss this level over here on the VeChain against Ethereum pair. If you will miss this level, you're going to be missing out on huge gains here on the market. We're going to be missing. We don't want to be missing out on this range here, because this is just a perfect range to be accumulating VeChain against Ethereum. So what I'm currently doing is indeed shifting as well my VeChain tokens against Ethereum right here. So if we're as well going to look at the wait, this is a different chart. Let me go to the VeChain. Let me see which pair it was. I had a very good chart prepared for it. I will be making a new chart for it, of course. I will be doing my fresh analysis on VeChain. So what we can see as well on VeChain on like the daily time frame on the US dollar pair is like, of course it came down massively on the weekly time frame. I mean, of course it came down massively. Currently is retesting these lows of the previous run up towards the upside. Currently we hope to see, of course, this bounce from this range here, because it's definitely the low that we have to be holding on towards. If we do forget to hold on towards this one, we're going to be looking for the next target, and it's going to be around the 3 cents here. That's of course pretty horrible, but if we're going to look at the imminent short term on VeChain, it looks to be that VeChain is forming some kind of a reversal pattern, to be very honest. We're forming a downward sloping resistance line on the 4-hourly time frame. We're forming a downward sloping support line on the 4-hourly time frame. Let me correctly draw this. Downward sloping support line as well on the 4-hourly time frame, and this looks to be, of course, like a perfect falling wedge scenario, what could be breaking in towards the upside anytime soon. So that is looking pretty interesting, to be very honest. On the daily time frame, of course, we've been trading against very critical downtrends already for a while. Of course, we need to break these downtrends in order to continue our way towards the upside. So do look forward towards how this is going to be playing out right now here. So yeah, looking forward towards it, how it's going to be playing out for VeChain. But the most important chart to look at, if we're going to look at VeChain, is just going to be this VeChain compared to Bitcoin valuation, all right? Because this VeChain compared to Bitcoin valuation is like the valuation you want to be keeping your eyes on wide open right now, because this chart is basically going to show you on how strong it is performing against Ethereum, or how strong it is how strong it's performing against Ethereum, and when it is a good buy against Ethereum. And usually, like for Ethereum we compare to Bitcoin, but for altcoins we compare to Ethereum, because those altcoins usually tend to run up against Ethereum rather than against Bitcoin. So looking like a good opportunity, looking like a great opportunity for VeChain right now, and I've been buying it for the past weeks here. Of course, VeChain, and like every single cryptocurrency investment, if I buy it, it doesn't like shoot up tomorrow, it doesn't shoot up next week, it doesn't shoot up next month. It's like an investment you make. It has to be starting to be increasing in like the couple months afterwards. It's never with an investment you should be expecting we're going to be skyrocketing right away here. That's VeChain Ethereum, not VeChain Bitcoin. That's true. I mean, I already said it was VeChain Ethereum, if I say correct. Maybe I said it incorrectly, so excuse me for that. So VeChain against Ethereum is definitely a good buy here, and it shows you swapping Ethereum against VeChain right now is a good opportunity here. Rover, I didn't get the title. I mean, Bitcoin was about to be breaking out here on the 1 hour time frame, but it showed us a little bit of a fake out. So yeah, indeed, I do get the point that you don't get the title right now. So excuse me for that. So you buy VeChain with Ethereum? Yeah, I mean, I swapped my Ethereum for VeChain a little bit here. So what I want to be saying here is like, I do have a lot of Ethereum is like one of my top Ethereum is my top hold of my portfolio, and if I'm going to be buying altcoins, I shifted from my Ethereum towards altcoins, and I never shift my Bitcoins towards altcoins seriously, because my Bitcoins is really for the coming 5 to 10 years, and my Ethereums I do more investments for altcoins in towards as well. So that's pretty important to know here. But guys, as well, if you still want to be participating in this giveaway, you could still do so. Go towards my Twitter page here, and of course, if you go towards the chat, if you're right now in the live chat here, you can see a pinned comment, and if you press on the pinned comment, you can join. I mean, you will be sent towards a suite here, and in the suite you could win $500. Currently, we are going to be picking. We are going to pick the winners on the 20th of February. What is in 6 days? They're going to be 4 winners, and there are only like 140 applications right now, so the chance of you winning the $500 is like 1 on the 25 or 1 to the 30, so it's pretty big chance that you're going to win here. It's like 3 or 4% chance you're going to win it. We're going to do it with a randomizer, and so if you want to be still winning this giveaway, make sure to participate in it right now here. It's going to be one of the most valuable giveaways we're going to be doing here. I mean, in terms of like the percentage chance on how easy it's for you to win this giveaway, I mean, I should definitely check it out. If you're not following the requirements, you will be not able to win it. So please do follow the requirements. If you're not doing so, it will be very unfortunate, you know. So make sure to do so. But yeah, make sure to check that out here. Make sure to check out that giveaway. It's definitely going to be very valuable. So let's go back and towards the charts here. Let's go back and towards charts. And as well, guys, later today, quickly notifying, and that's why you should follow us as well on Twitter, guys. By the way, 59,000 followers. Thank you so much. But by the way, later today, I will be doing a stream here on the Fed meeting. This is going to be one of those emergency meetings they are going to do here. So make sure to check that stream out that I will be doing later today. It's going to be extremely important to check it out. What if I didn't sign up with this link? I mean, if you're signed up through my affiliate link, it's good. if you, it doesn't necessarily have to be that link, but if you signed up in general for one of my links here, it's good. Otherwise, you will be not able to be getting picked here. So please do know that. As well, that's also we also said that in the description of that giveaway. But basically, the interest rates could be starting to rise today. From off today, we could be getting the announcement that the interest rates are going to get raised by this meeting of the Federal Reserve. What can this do here? This could be set around the whole cryptocurrency market. We could be seeing massive pumps. We could be seeing massive dumps here. So please do make sure you're going to tune in towards our stream later today. We're going to do, after this stream is done, I will be like prepare the next stream right away, because this is going to be a very important stream that we have to be, of course, go over all together. Because yeah, we're going to talk about where the whole cryptocurrency stock market and where the economic system is going towards. So please make sure to tune in. This is one of the most important streams we're going to have in like for like the last 3 months or something. So make sure to tune in towards that later today. If you do not want to miss this, either follow me on Twitter and put up the bell notification, or either follow me on YouTube and put the bell notification on, then you will be definitely not miss out on it. But nevertheless, guys, I will be also quickly ask you guys one last thing here. If you want to be checking me out on Instagram, make sure to do so. Here I do as well some lifestyle stuff here. I show you guys what I do in my regular life here. So if you want to be following me over there, Crypto Rover YT, there's only one real account. You can find all the links in the description, of course. But right now, I will be wrapping up the live stream. If something happens with Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatsoever, I will be press that like button right away here on this channel. If nothing happens, I won't press that live button, of course. But of course, for sure, later today with the Federal Reserve meeting, I will be back here with the live stream. So make sure to press the bell notification, otherwise you're going to miss out on it. So I will be checking you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.